Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This will kind of be like my 100 sub special, but I might just start only doing these, not really sure. What this is basically the entire series at once, and this is what if Naruto was sick. So basically, what if he had an illness? I got this idea from a YouTuber I watched a while back called Unknown Anime. Unfortunately, he only released one video of that series, and I figured it had a lot of potential, so I figured I'd do my own version of it. So yeah, let's get into it. There won't be multiple images like normal, it will just be this, so yeah. Let's start. Before Naruto was born, the Kyuubi's chakra is resonating with him. It's infecting him like a virus. Anyway, things only get worse when he's actually born because the Kyuubi gets released, which spreads the disease to him even more. And then when it gets sealed inside of him, the disease takes hold a lot stronger. The Sage of Six Paths, seeing this, he does give Naruto a stronger life force than most people because he is destined to be Ashira, I'm pretty sure, and stop Indra. But to do that, he at least has to live that long. So yeah. He also instructs Kurama to make sure the kid survives by sending an astral projection to them. So yeah. Kurama knows who this kid is, and he decides he wants to, save the kid, because it's technically, I guess, kind of his brother, because it's the Sage of Six Paths' son, and so is Kurama. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. We're gonna start around the time Naruto was 5. Or, actually, 6. Yeah, let's make him 6. At this point, he has been enrolled in the academy for 1 year. He can't do the basic clone jutsu, but he has an understanding of chakra, which will be very important later on. Anyway, so this is the day after Naruto saves Hinata. He keeps thinking about the person who, pulled him away from Hinata and told Hinata not to speak to him. This enrages Naruto, because as far as he's concerned, he just saved her, and that's how he's treated. He knows it's not the girl's fault, it's the adults. It's always the adults. And most of the kids aren't much better. The way they look at him, it makes him angry. He really hates it. So he makes up his mind. He plans to leave the village hidden in the leaves. And yeah. So, he gathers all the supplies he can, and he dresses in dark clothing for once, and he leaves the village. It isn't noticed until like 2 weeks later, which, we're gonna say Naruto did do a little studying on how to hide his tracks beforehand, so he hides decently well, and it's 2 weeks and the trail's gone mostly cold. So they aren't able to find Naruto. So yeah. Naruto is in mountains. He finds a cave and he decides to live in the cave. The cave is pretty low towards the ground actually, and very close to trees, and animals, so he'll be able to have a steady food supply, water, because there'll be a stream, and yeah. So he spends about 2 months getting adjusted. He brought some basic camping supplies and a sleeping bag. He couldn't get a tent, but he has the cave, so he's fine with it. And he's pretty far away from any major village or villages in general. He just wants to get away from people. So he decides to train to be strong enough to protect himself and the people he loves. Well, if he ever decides to love anyone. So he trains vigorously. One day, though, he decides. Well, he mainly focuses. I'll go whatever he focuses on. He does a decent bit of chakra control. Not much, but a decent bit. He also does a bit of physical strength training and speed. So mainly taijutsu. And he works on hiding as well. But one day, he's out in the woods uh, fishing. He's just using a wooden stick with a string attached. Anyway, he goes to try and catch some fish. Then a bear appears from behind him and attacks him, scratching him. Right before it scratches his back, Naruto turns around and gets scratched straight across the chest, sending Naruto flying. Kurama is seeing this, and Naruto being unconscious, they suddenly, how do you say, meet. And I believe the time in his mind space is shorter, so Naruto and the Kurama make a deal. Well, Naruto gets stronger and doesn't die and he wants to live, so Kurama needs Naruto to live as long as possible. Mainly because he promised the Sage 6 paths, and because, well, if he dies, Kurama dies, so it's not good for him to die. So yeah. Kurama lends him chakra, and Naruto easily defeats the bear. So yeah. Instead of fish, Naruto eats the bear. His wounds heal within a few minutes, because he was in One Tails mode. But the scar stays. Kind of like a reminder to him. Anyway, so we're gonna say he wasn't wearing his shirt from Konoha because he's gonna need clothes. So he was wearing pants, just not a shirt. Anyway, so in a few days pass, more training. Days turns into weeks, weeks months, and soon it becomes one whole year. In Konoha, there is a celebration celebrating the demon brat leaving. So yeah, Naruto decides he needs to get into a village and steal some scrolls for jutsus. He considers going to Konoha, but he realizes his face would be easily recognizable, and he is such a Jinchuriki to leave, so they might just, kill him. Mainly because most of the villagers hate him and he did leave, so he's kind of like a rogue shinobi. Konoha hasn't reported him as one because he's a kid and they don't want other villagers knowing, hey, this is our Jinchuriki, if you capture him, please return him. We'd appreciate it, It'd make their military look weak, which I believe they are considered the strongest of all 5 nations, so that wouldn't be good for them. Anyway, so Naruto decides to go into the village hidden in the sand. So he steals a few scrolls and a chakra nature paper, which Kurama has explained to him. He also steals a bag full of books. He steals the bag, fills it with books, scrolls, ninja theory, stuff like that, and some more camping supplies. He returns back to where he was, and a few more years pass. He is currently 9. Hold on, give me a second, I gotta check something real quick. Okay, Naruto is currently 10. Naruto does more training. He ends up learning Wind Style, Wind Bullet, Wind Style Great Breakthrough, and Wind Style Wind Blade. He also learns Wind Style Wind Dome. Let's see. So yeah, those are the jutsus he learns over those few years. Anyway, he's talking to Kurama one day, and he wants to know why he was sealed with the tailed beast. Because Kurama hasn't told him about his heritage. Uh, Back he'll be telling him about that soon. So Kurama says, "Boy, your parents were great shinobi. Your mother was a member of the legendary Uzumaki clan. The Uzumaki clan were feared for their sealing and their chakra and life force. Because of that, you were the only one suitable to become the Jinchuriki besides your mother, the previous Jinchuriki." So Naruto then says, "Since you know who my mother was, do you know who my father was?" Kurama says yes. "Your father was Minato Namikaze, the yellow flash of the leaf, also known as the fourth Hokage." Naruto, hearing this, kind of freaks out, because he's like, "Why did no one ever tell me that I'm the son of the fourth and one of the few members of the Uzumaki clan left?" Kurama says it was probably to protect you. The Uzumaki clan was a feared clan. They were all wiped out in the Second Great Ninja War. And your father, he made many, many enemies. He killed over 1,000 shinobi within a single hour. A reputation like that, other nations would fear. And if they found out he had a son who could possibly become the next Yellow Flash, they would kill you. Especially if they knew you were also a Jinchuriki on top of everything else. Your chances of survival would probably not be too high." Naruto says, um, "Why did you attack the village in the first place?" Kurama, because Naruto does know Kurama's name. Kurama says, "And Uchiha, claiming to be Madara, put me under a genjutsu. I had no choice but to attack." Naruto says, "In that case, we will find him, and we will take revenge for you. Okay, Kurama?" And he smiles and gives Kurama a thumbs up. Kurama smiles at this and says, "Okay, boy." Kurama's kind of like a parental figure for Naruto, which is understandable. They lived together most of Naruto's life. They've been together his entire life. But Kurama does know about the illness, but he notices it hasn't taken effect yet, which he's extremely happy about, because he won't admit it, but he really likes Naruto. So yeah. Anyway, 2 more years pass, and Naruto is out training. He has been trying to learn clone jutsu. This clone jutsu is one he found out from Kurama, which is just the basic, well, not basic, yeah. It's the shadow clone. So, he gets this down within the first day of, well, actually, we're gonna say it probably takes him more, because first night he had it, written down. He does it now. So yeah, it takes him about 2 weeks. But after this, Naruto trains in mass. I'd say by now he's proficient in taijutsu, around getting exams roughly with weights level, and in terms of ninjutsu, he's extremely high. Chakra control, high rank getting, so yeah. Anyway, while he's training, someone spots him. This person is Kakashi Hatake, the son of the White Fang of the Leaf, and the student of the fourth Hokage, and the ninja who's famed to copy over 1,000 ninjutsu. When he sees Naruto, Naruto senses him, because he has released the seal for Kurama. He released it around 2 years ago, so yeah. So he is pretty good at sensing, and him sensing Kakashi and sensing Kakashi's running towards him, Naruto runs as fast as he can. I understand he's fast, but there's no way he can outrun a Jonin, especially on Kakashi's level. Um, Kakashi catches up to him and asks him who he is. Noticing the yellow hair and the eyes, he asks if he is Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto quickly breathes hand signs and does the wind style wind bullet jutsu, and then continues to run away. Um, Seeing this, Kakashi is impressed and dodges the attack. He then chases after Naruto. Naruto quickly makes around 30 clones, and Kakashi quickly disperses of all of them except the real Naruto and one clone. Both Naruto and the clone do the great breakthrough jutsu and try and push Kakashi back. Kakashi responds with a stronger version of the great breakthrough, um, deflecting both Naruto and the clones, and Kakashi runs towards Naruto holding a kunai. Kurama senses a chakra in Kakashi's eye, his Sharingan to be more exact, and tells Naruto the chakra in his eye under the headband is the same as the person who attacked the village so many years ago. Naruto, hearing this, performs Wind Blade on a kunai, turning the kunai into basically a sword of wind, and he rushes at Kakashi and tries slashing multiple times at Kakashi. Then he enters the second-tailed mode. Kakashi is impressed seeing that this kid can control the Nine-Tails chakra. He then says, "Are you Naruto?" Well, his suspicions of this being Naruto are basically confirmed by Kurama's chakra. He says, "Naruto, come back to the village with me." Naruto yells no and goes to attack Kakashi with the Wind Blade. Kakashi copied the Wind Blade and uses it to deflect Naruto's. Both them wielding wind swords, Naruto and Kakashi kind of staring at each other. Naruto's looking up, Kakashi's looking down, and Naruto asks him, "Where did you get that eye?" Kakashi gets confused and asks him what he's talking about, and Naruto says, "Under the headband. Where did you get that eye?" Kakashi is surprised and jumps back. He says, "It's from an old friend." And he lifts up the headband, revealing the 3 Tomoe Sharingan. Naruto says, "The chakra in that eye is the same as the one who attacked Konoha 12 years ago. It's the same as the person who put a genjutsu on Kurama, the Nine-Tails." And he once again rushes towards Kakashi. Kakashi, seeing this with his Sharingan, easily dodges and hits Naruto in the arm, just for that Naruto to poof. Naruto comes out from behind and lands a kick to the back of his head. And then Kakashi throws 3 kunais, aiming for non-vital areas, but Naruto uses the wind-style wind dome to deflect each of them. He then performs the wind-style wind bullet, hitting Kakashi and sending him a decent ways back. Kakashi isn't going all out, he's just trying to apprehend Naruto, because he knows he's Minato's son. So yeah. Naruto asks Kakashi, "Who is the friend who gave you that eye, and where can I find him?" Kakashi says he is dead. He has been dead for a long time. Naruto says, "That's impossible. The chakra coming from your eye is identical, according to Kurama." Kakashi says, "You said Kurama was the Nine-Tails, right? I wouldn't trust the Nine-Tails. He's a demon. A monster." Naruto says, "No. He is my friend, and I will not let you insult him," as he goes into the 3 Tails mode. This is the most he can handle at the moment, but he quickly attacks Kakashi. At this point, Naruto and Kakashi are even. Kurama tells him that this is Kakashi Hatake, student, student of Minato, your father. And the person he says he got the eye from was his previous Jinchuriki, your mother's favorite one of Minato's students. Uh, so yeah, Naruto says, you are this. Well, he yells to Kakashi, "You are the student of my father. Why would you want me to return to that village?" Kakashi says, "How do you know who your father is?" Naruto says, "The Nine Tails told me." As he then rushes towards Kakashi and hits him in the stomach, then jumps back and uses the Great Breakthrough, knocking Kakashi unconscious. After this, he pulls the headband over Kakashi's Sharingan and drags him into his cave, where he's been living. By now, he's built in a bit of a shack inside the cave, so he brings Kakashi in there and puts him down on Naruto's bed. Naruto is wondering if he should return to the village or not. He asks Kurama what he thinks his father would want. Kurama says, "Your father loved the village almost as much as he loved you. He would probably want you to return, but if he knew how they were treating you, I wouldn't be sure." Naruto then asked, "Who all knows who my father is?" Kurama says, "Probably only Kakashi and the third Hokage." Naruto says, "So I should talk to the third Hokage to see if he would know what my father would want me to do." Naruto then leaves a clone with Kakashi. Well, he leaves a clone with Kakashi, goes into Konoha. Kakashi's still unconscious. And Naruto breaks into the third Hokage's office. He's pretty proficient at hiding his chakra signature, so he's undetected in the entire village. And when he breaks into the Hokage's office, it's the middle of the day. He senses the Yonbus hiding in the attic and behind a bookcase. Naruto sends clones to quickly knock unconscious every one of them, and then he drops from the ceiling and lands on the floor in the kneeling position. He then says, "Lord Third." Hiruzen asks, "Who are you?" Naruto says, "What, you don't recognize me? I mean, I am your Jinchuriki, and the son of your late Hokage, Minato Namikaze." Hearing this, Hiruzen says, "Naruto?" Naruto looks at Hiruzen and says, "Yes." He then says, "I have a question for you, Third. What would my father want me to do? Stay in the village that hated me for just being born, or live wherever I wanted, free of anyone and anything holding me back?" Hiruzen says, "Your father loved this village almost as much as he loved you. He would probably want you to protect it." Naruto says, "Fine. Then for now, that's what I'll do." He then tells Hiruzen that he knocked all of his Anbu unconscious and one of his shinobi, Kakashi Hatake. Hearing this, Hiruzen asks how he learned to hide his presence. Naruto explains he is a shinobi. That is what they do. They live in the shadows. If a shinobi cannot hide, then they have no right to call themselves shinobi. Hiruzen also asks, how did you knock out Kakashi? Naruto says, teamwork, and smiles and walks away. Hiruzen summons a few more Anbu and tells them to to tail Naruto but stay a decent distance away. Naruto senses him almost immediately and performs the Shadow Clone Jutsu, sending 5 clones off in one direction and another 5 in another. And he does this until he makes around 40 clones, and the real one is hiding. So yeah, all the Anbu get mixed up, but we're gonna say there's a Hyuga among them, and the Hyuga member is able to tell which one's real, so he ends up following Naruto, while the others go after his clones to see if they'll then lead them somewhere, or if they're just going to a random spot to poof away. After a while, Naruto makes it back to the thing. He knows he can't ditch the Yambu following him, so right before he walks in the cave, he turns around and does a great breakthrough. The Ambu easily dodges this because he could see the headsets Naruto was making and was able to dodge them. So yeah. The Ambu then says, you're quite skilled, but there's no way to fool these eyes. Naruto then smiles and says, really? Looks like I fooled you pretty well. Just then, a kunai is held to the Ambu's throat. The Ambu says how. Naruto says, for every dojutsu there is a weakness. No matter what that weakness is, if it's easy enough to find out, it's easy enough to exploit. The weakness of the Byakugan is that it can only see around 359 degrees, unlike how your clan would like us to believe. The Ambu then says, what, are you planning on killing me or something? Naruto then smiles and says, no, if I planned on killing you, I would have killed you a while earlier. I just want to know why you're following me. He then says he was told to by the third Hokage. And Naruto says, oh, was he worried I wouldn't return to the village? Naruto then says, well, since you're here, you can help me carry some stuff back. The Ambu then says, fine, and Naruto tells him to give him a second, and he goes and dumps some water on Kakashi and telling him to wake up, and that they're going back to Konoha. And then he tells Kakashi he can help him move some stuff. Kakashi is confused, but he agrees because Naruto's going back to the village, and he has been looking for Naruto, and so is Jiraiya, so Jiraiya's informed, so we're probably going to see him a decent bit earlier than in canon. So yeah. Naruto, the Abu, and Kakashi return to the village. After a while, Naruto was given an apartment, the same one as the canon, and he's put in the academy. They give him a small test, and they ask him if he knows any jutsu. He says all the jutsu he can do, and yeah. Oh, he also knows the basic academy jutsus, the basic substitution and transformation. He knows those. And he also has a shadow clone. Sorry about that, I keep yawning. Anyway, so Naruto then asks, well, then he is given a headband and told to go to the academy the next day. He does. But when Naruto wakes up in the morning, he starts coughing uncontrollably. Coughing out blood. And not a small amount either. A large large amount. I'd say a liter of blood, and he passes out almost instantly. Kurama's been holding the disease off for the majority of Naruto's life, but now it's getting to the point where Naruto's chakra levels are dwindling quite a bit. He only has around 70% of the chakra he has in canon at this point, which might not sound too bad, but considering how much chakra 20% of his is, it's probably enough to kill a normal shinobi if they lost that much chakra, so it's quite a big deal. Anyway, so Naruto then decides after he's assigned a team and everything, he should probably go and get that checked out by a doctor. Kurama agrees with him, and yeah. So Naruto goes to the academy, and when he walks in, a lot of people are just staring at him and wondering who he is. Haruka comes in and says, "This is Naruto Uzumaki. He is graduating with the rest of you. Some of you may remember him from your first years in the academy." Um, Sakura then tells, how'd he graduate if he never took any of the classes? Aruka says he is a highly capable ninja, and the third Hokage vouched for his abilities. Um, Hearing this, Sasuke gets a little interested, and Kiba yells out, "So he's strong?" And Aruka says, "Yes." Um, Ruka says yes, and Naruto nods his head. Then, um, eh, Kiba challenges him to a fight. Naruto agrees, and they go out back to the training area. Naruto sees Kiba making a weird hand sign, and he asks, "What's that mean?" And Kiba yells, "Are you stupid or something? This is the seal the two shinobi make before they battle, before they fight in a practice match." Naruto says, "Oh," and copies Kiba's hand sign. Kiba then smirks, and then Aruka yells, "Go," and Kiba quickly does a fang over fang. Naruto just stands there and lets Kiba hit him. Uh, Everyone thinks the fight's over, including Aruka and Kiba. Naruto's just there smiling. He then says, "Is that normal too?" Causing everyone to do that thing where they fall over. So hearing this, Kiba says, "No, you idiot, we're fighting." Naruto then says, "Oh," as he then vanishes from everyone's sight and hits Kiba in the back of the neck. Oh yeah, and for the Mizuki thing, Mizuki just gets caught. Nothing important happens there. Since Kurama teaches Naruto the Shadow. Anyway, Naruto, after this, goes and sits in the classroom towards the back. Natsa does recognize him, but she's too shy to go up to him. Now for the teams. We're going to be putting Team 7 the same as in canon. They get Kakashi. The reason is Naruto never went through the academy, so they don't know his strength or whatever. So he is basically just bottom of the class. So yeah, Naruto goes with everyone. Oh, well, he's told they're going to meet their sensei later today. So he decides that he'll go to the hospital now because they're not supposed to meet their sensei for around an hour. Right now they're supposed to meet his team, but he doesn't really care, so yeah. He goes and asks them to see what's wrong with him. Um, they tell him that they're not sure what the illness is, and they don't have a cure to it. Naruto says thank you and coughs up some more blood. He does this in a trash can, not just all over the floor. And the nurse asks him if he's okay. Naruto nods and leaves. He's heading back to the academy because we're going to say the nurse saw the headband and goes and reports this to Hiruzen. Hiruzen is surprised to hear Naruto is sick. He doesn't understand why Naruto's sick, but he assumes it's because of the woods. And I'm sure the woods didn't help, but it's not the main reason. So yeah. Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke are the last ones to leave. And 2 hours later, Kakashi shows up and tells them to go to the roof. They do, and Kakashi asks what's their dreams, their likes, their dislikes. Kakashi points to Sakura and she goes first. She says her likes are Sasuke and her dislikes are Ino. Her goal to the future is, and she looks at Sasuke. Sasuke says, my likes, I don't have any. My dislikes, I have a lot. And for goals, I do not have one. What I have, I will make a reality. To kill a certain someone, obviously meaning Itachi. Naruto is next, and everyone's kind of curious what his answer will be. Naruto says his likes are Kurama. Hearing this, Sasuke and, well, not Sasuke. Sasuke gets curious, but Sakura asks, who's Kurama? Naruto says, oh, that's right. You'll probably know him as the Nine Tails. Kakashi is surprised that he just told two random people that he has the Nine Tails. He then hits himself on the head, well, face palms, and then he yells, Naruto, you know you're not supposed to tell people. And then informs Sakura and Sasuke that's an S-ring secret. And yeah, because of this, Sakura and Sasuke are a bit on guard around Naruto because they don't know much about him. And Naruto continues, his dislikes are, he then says, the villagers, who used to stare at him when he was a kid. He hated them. And his goal, he doesn't have one. Because his original goal was to get strong enough to protect the people he loves and himself. Well, as far as he's concerned, he's able to beat Jonin and Anbu. He's strong enough. So yeah. Anyway, Kakashi tells them that tomorrow meet up at the training ground 7, this time, yada yada, and he leaves. Later that night, Kakashi is summoned by Hiruzen. Hiruzen explains that, according to the nurses at the hospital, Naruto checked in there earlier today because he was coughing up blood, and apparently he'd lost most of his chakra. Well, not most. He's lost a decent amount of his chakra. Kakashi asked, do they know what the disease is and can they cure it? Hiruzen says no, they don't know, and since they don't know if they can cure it. Kakashi gets kind of mad because he's clenching his fist because he wants to protect Naruto. The legacy of his previous teacher, and he's dying. Well, as far as they know. Well, as far as he's concerned, anyway. He is dying, just, Kakashi then asks if he has any ideas on how they could heal it. Uh, Horizon, Horizon says, he, Tsunade might be able to help, but we have no clue where she is. Kakashi sighs and says, okay, and he leaves. Naruto is laying in bed, yada yada. He goes to bed, and the next day, he is an hour late to waking up. Because he wakes up once, throws blood up, and goes back to bed. He more or less passed out. Anyway, because of this, Naruto gets there a bit before Kakashi. Sakura yells at him, so is Sasuke. Naruto doesn't really care. Then Kakashi comes, and well, yeah. He explains the rules of the bell test, and Naruto's just looking disinterested. And as soon as the test begins, Naruto vanishes from everyone's sight, including Kakashi, who does not have his Sharingan active. Naruto vanishes into a few trees, and then Sakura and Sasuke jump away as well. Naruto then makes 2 clones, and these clones throw 2 kunai directly at Kakashi. Kakashi easily dodges them. And after this, he throws 2 kunai back where the kunai come from, and he hears 2 pops, and sees smoke coming out. Knowing this is the shadow clone, he quickly gets on guard. Then, because of this, Naruto knows that he's on guard and it'll be hard to land a hit on him. So what he does is he throws 3 kunai up in the air in one of Kakashi's blind spots with explosive tags around the handle. And he then runs out from the bushes and quickly performs the wind-style great breakthrough on all sides of Kakashi. And from kind of air, they're doing like the pyramid on a big dome. So they're all on each other's shoulders, and they all do the great breakthrough. And all of the clones disperse after doing it, leaving only the real Naruto out. And he walks towards Kakashi, smiling, and says, "You underestimated me again. That was your mistake. That is what gave me the win." Kakashi asks, what does he mean? Naruto then says, this, and makes the release hand sign, and says, boom, while making the explosion tags explode mere inches from Kakashi, knocking Kakashi unconscious. Few hours pass, well, not a few hours, few minutes pass, and Kakashi is, laid against a tree. When he wakes up, he then asks Naruto, who are you going to give the extra belt to? Considering one other person can pass, and yada yada. Naruto then throws both belts to Sakura and Sasuke and says, you already know, yada yada. I'm sure the doctors told the third, and he probably told you, so it'd make more sense for those 2 idiots to become shinobi than me. Kakashi is surprised, smiles, or gives a little eye smile and says, congratulations, you pass. And all 3 of you pass. Hearing this, everyone's excited. So yeah. Sasuke then asks, what do you mean when you say, he probably already knows, and that these 2 could become shinobi unlike you? Well, that me and Sakura can become a shinobi unlike you. Naruto then explains, I have an illness. Simple as that, and it's going to take my life soon. Well, sooner or later. So it'd make more sense for you 2 to become shinobis, because you're probably going to live longer than me, unless you guys end up messing up on a mission and getting killed. So yeah. Then again, considering the missions you guys are going to be considering the missions we're going to be doing for a while, it's highly unlikely you'd die. And if you did, you don't even deserve to call yourself a shinobi. Sakura asks, uh, why are the missions not dangerous or something? Naruto says, you'll see tomorrow. As he then just walks away. He goes home and he gets something to eat, then goes straight to bed. Basically, that's Naruto's daily schedule. Do missions, go home, go to bed, get something to eat. Those are the only things he does. Anyway, a few days pass, and they've done a few D-rank missions such as walking a cat, catching a cat, gardening, and yeah. After this, Naruto is he's been kind of not really talking much during these missions, and Kakashi asks why he's not talking. Naruto just says there's no real need to. Kakashi then says, I was hoping this team would have good teamwork. Looks like I was wrong. And then Sakura throws a rock at him and tells him to shut up and keep working. Naruto's not on guard for this and is hit with the rock, and he poofs. It was a shadow clone. The real Naruto was at home sleeping. Finding this out, Sakura Sasuke gets extremely mad, and Kakashi is not happy with it either. So Kakashi goes to Naruto's house and drags him out. Naruto tries saying, "Oh, I'm sick. Yeah, I wasn't feeling well. Kakashi asks if he's actually done any of the missions instead of sending shadow clones. Naruto looks away and says, yeah, of course, this was the one-time thing, and gives a small laugh. Kakashi says, nice try, and takes Naruto to the garden and makes him help Sakura and Sasuke. After a while, Sakura and Sasuke are told they can leave, and Naruto was told to stay for a little bit. Kakashi asked him if he really wasn't feeling well, or if this was just him, wanting to get out of work. Naruto says a bit of both. Kakashi then says, fine, but if you feel sick again, or feel like you can't do something, let me know. Naruto then says fine, and he goes home and gets something to eat and goes right back to bed. A few more days pass, and Sasuke and Sakura ask for a mission. This mission is to go guard a bridge builder we all know as Tazuna. And we also know it's an A rank or S rank mission, so yeah. Anyway, so they head out a few hours later, and while they're walking, Naruto senses two people in two puddles. He then says Kakashi's name, and he says, can you sense them? Kakashi nods his head, saying he noticed them a little bit ago. Well, just because they were puddles and it's out of the ordinary. He notices this when Naruto says it anyway. Anyway, right after this, two people jump out and attack Tazuna and Kakashi, hitting Kakashi with Shuriken, and then Kakashi poofs, substitution, the other one goes for Tazuna. Naruto grabs the kunai and quickly kills him. Then Naruto is hit by the other one with poison, and Naruto falls to the ground. Kakashi, seeing this, hits the other one with the Chidori, killing him as well. Kakashi then shakes Naruto and asks if he's okay. Naruto smiles and says he'll be fine. Just give him a minute, and kinda laughs a little bit. He then coughs up some blood. Tazuna walks over and says this is all his fault. If they wouldn't have came, well, if he would have told the truth, they would have been assigned. You know, Naruto says it's not your fault, it's gonna be fine. And the coughing blood is kind of normal for him, and the poison should be out soon because of the QB. Uh, anyway, so they go back to Tazuna's house. Well, they go towards Tazuna's house, but before they get there, a thick mist rolls in, and every and Kakashi and Naruto yell duck. Um, Sakura is a bit too slow, so right before she gets hit with the blade, Naruto sweeps her legs, making her fall to the ground and saving her. I considered killing her off, but I decided no. Anyway, so after this, Naruto goes. Naruto is told to guard Tatsuna and the others, while Kakashi says he'll handle Zabuza. Their fight goes relatively similar until the water prison part. Instead of Naruto just and Sasuke coming up with a plan, Naruto water walks and runs towards him, grabbing 3 shuriken and throwing them at Zabuza, and then quickly performs the wind style great breakthrough, speeding the shuriken up to a remarkable speed that Zabuza can't keep up with, and Zabuza ends up getting hit with 2 of the 3. The first one he was able to dodge, so yeah. The other 2 he wasn't though. Um, so after this, Zabuza releases Kakashi, and Kakashi shows his Sharingan and beats Zabuza. After this, Naruto, uh, Sakura and Sasuke, and Tazuna, after the whole Haku incident, Naruto notices he's lying, but all he does is put the kunai, well, he puts that paper bomb on Haku. Haku senses this almost instantly because Naruto tried having a clone come up from behind and putting it on him. He removes it and he jumps away quickly. Naruto throws a few shuriken and kunai, and Kakashi asks why he did that. Naruto explains Anbu is supposed to operate on the body then and there no matter what. Even if there are kids around, it doesn't matter. Um, Hearing this, Kakashi agrees and collapses. They pick him up, take him to Tasuna's village, Tasuna's house. Uh, I can't remember the little kid's name again. God dang it. The little kid says that they shouldn't, be here, that they're all gonna die, and there's no such thing as heroes or happy endings. Naruto smiles and says, "You're probably right about that. There's no such thing as heroes. But there is such thing as good people." Uh, and that he then says, if you believe in your own strength, you can get others to believe in it as well. Uh, After they hear the whole story about his dad, Naruto comforts him a bit and tells him he's never lost anyone. But when he was a little kid, he ran away from his village because how he was treated. He just recently returned and he found out he has a disease and his life expectancy is a few more years at most. Hearing this, the little kid, he kind of straightens out a bit, and yeah. Anyway, Sakura and Sasuke do the training. Naruto sleeps most of the time. Naruto wakes up and he coughs up around 2 times the amount of blood his normal, and Tazuna, his grandson, and his daughter see this, and they rush to him and ask him if he's okay. He says, yeah, and he apologizes for making a mess. They're all say, oh, the mom says she's just happy he's okay, yada yada. Naruto tells him that, tells them that he'll clean up the mess, and he does, so yeah. A bit after this, he, um, he goes back to bed. He's eaten a bit, but not too much. Um, and when he sees Sakura and Sasuke are eating quite a bit of their food, he kind of gets a bit disgusted because he knows that their situation is not good and they probably ain't got that much food or money. So he's a bit disgusted to see that they're just eating carefree and not really thinking about it. He always says thank you after eating, and yeah. Anyway, a few days pass, and now we're at the point where um, Haku meets Naruto. We're gonna say Naruto does decide to go out in the forest to see if he can find some like apples or something for them, because they've been very nice, and yeah. So he ends up running into Haku and senses who it is immediately, and Haku says hi, and Naruto asks what is he doing, trying to play off that he doesn't know who he is. Haku says he's been getting herbs for someone special to him. He then asks Naruto if he has anyone special. Naruto says, kind of? Haku asks what does he mean. Naruto says, I'm a Jinchuriki. I'm pretty good friends with the tailed beast inside of me. He's the Ninetales Kurama. Hearing this, Haku is extremely surprised, and he asks what's a Jinchuriki. Naruto looks at him and says, don't act like you don't know. You're a shinobi, right? Haku says, how'd you know? He then says, you're the same shinobi who rescued Zabuza the other day. I can tell because I'm a censor. Naruto then coughs up blood, and kind of surprising Naruto, and kind of a bit Haku. Well, Haku's surprised that he's coughing up blood. Haku goes to catch him because he's about to fall, and Naruto asks why is he doing this. Haku then says, if you have someone you wish to protect, even if they're not human, as long as you wish to protect them, I see that you're strong. Naruto says, thank you, and then says, you two really shouldn't try and attack again, because if you do, then I'll have no choice but to, well, kill you. And he says he doesn't want to, yada yada. He then finds the apple trees too and picks some of the apples for the people. He takes them back and says, this is the thank you for being so hospitable. And everyone's kind of surprised that Naruto would do something like this. They noticed he had manners, but yeah. Anyway, a while after that, Naruto goes back to bed. And Tazuna asks what's the story about with the kid. He says he knows he's sick and everything, but why is he becoming a ninja if he's sick? Kakashi then explains how when he was a kid he ran away from the village and they only found him very recently. And when he found out he was sick, he refused to give up becoming a ninja because of who his parents were. Tazuna says were. Kakashi says they were two great shinobi, but they died during the Ninetales attack. So yeah. And he then explains that when Naruto was born, the only way to save the village was by sealing a demon inside of Naruto. Hearing this, the rich lord and his family ask, is the villain is the demon the reason he's sick? Kakashi says, no, we think it's because he lived in the woods, but The woods were probably safer than the village, considering everyone wanted to kill Naruto because of the demon. So yeah, Naruto hears this and says, the demon's not a bad guy, he was just under a genjutsu. Kakashi, he has reported to the Hokage, but the Hokage takes it as the QB's trying to influence him into doing something he, doesn't. Kakashi's kinda hopeful that Naruto is telling the truth about the chakra being the same as the one in his eye, because that means Obito is alive, and he would like that. But yeah. Anyway, so Naruto goes to bed, and Tazura asks, so who were his parents? Were they famous? Kakashi says yes. Unfortunately, though, I can't tell you who his parents are. In fact, he wasn't even supposed to know. Tazuna says he wasn't supposed to know, but how did he find out? Then Kakashi says the demon told him, yada yada, and that his parents were very kind people and that they loved him, but they it was they were also extremely devoted to the village. So yeah. Anyway, few days pass and Naruto, well, everyone but Naruto goes to the bridge. Naruto wakes up coughing blood, so he decides he should stay. He also is worried that somebody might come for the mom and the kid, and he's right. Two people do. He quickly dispatches them just unconscious in case they need him for interrogation later. He has a clone watch the two thugs and the parent kid, and he runs off to the other ninja. Yeah. Uh, his team and Sensei and Tazuna. He runs to the bridge. Anyway, when he gets there, he sees Sasuke in in an ice dome, and Zabuza fighting Kakashi. Naruto quickly sees this and enters the One Tails mode and easily destroys the dome of ice. Then he quickly knocks Haku out and Zabuza, and yeah. He then says if we take them prisoner, maybe they can give us some valuable information. He's also wanting to repay the favor that Haku gave him, so yeah. Then Gato and his men show up, and Naruto and everyone quickly dispatch him and his men because they're not much of a threat to Ninja. So yeah. Now, when they get back to the village, Haku and Zabuza taken to Ibuki, and their minds are kind of scanned, yada yada. They find out the reason that they even tried to kill their Kages because everything happening in their village, and eventually it's decided that because of Naruto also requesting it, it's decided that Haku can become a ninja of the leaf. Zabuza can also, join the leaf, but he can't become a shinobi. He has to basically give up on that part of it, so yeah. Eventually they agree, so yeah. The reason that Zabuza can become a shinobi in the leaf is because he's considered a rogue shinobi, but Haku has not committed any crimes, so yeah. Anyway, so now that that's over with, I'm tired. Anyway, now let's do the Chunin exams. For the Chunin exams, Naruto decides, Naruto runs into Gaara and asks Gaara if he's a Jinchuriki. Hearing this, gets Gaara's attention, and Gaara says, yes, he is, and asks, how did you know? Naruto says, I'm one too, And then Naruto notices that the seal is weak on Gaara. He then asks Kurama if there's anything they can do. Not Naruto. Kurama says no, but we can probably find a Jonin who can. And yeah, Naruto tells Gaara, Kankuro, and Tamari to follow him, and they do because they're kind of curious what this kid wants. He quickly makes a shadow clone and he says he's going to use the restroom. He sends the clone to inform Jonin about the whole Jinchuriki thing. We're going to say this Jonin is Hokage's guard and they're pretty good at sealing. So they seal the one tails away pretty decently. And Naruto explains to Gaara that the tailed beasts aren't mindless demons or anything. They're kind of people, but their bodies are masses of chocolate, but they're intelligent like people. And they have their own personalities and everything else. He then says you should try and get your tail beast names and try and become friends with it, like I am with the Nine Tails. Tamari and Kankuro thank Naruto because now they don't have to worry about Gaara just feeling like killing them. And it's also helped out their brother quite a bit. Naruto says no problem. Tamari gets a bit of feelings for Naruto and asks Naruto if he's free sometime. Naruto says not really. And Tamari says, come on, you must have some time you're free. Naruto says he spends most of his time sleeping, so he's pretty busy. Tamari gets mad at this and says, so you're saying you'd rather sleep than go on a date with me. Naruto explains that even if he wanted to go on a date with someone, he couldn't really because coughing up blood in the middle of the date, it's not too romantic. Tamari asks why would he be coughing up blood. Naruto explains he's sick, yada yada. Tamari doesn't really care and says, I don't care if you're sick. You can still go on a date with me, and yeah. So they do end up going on a date. Tamari kisses Naruto on the cheek, but that's about all that happens. So I might ship those two, or I might do a harem. Haven't really decided. But yeah, Hinata sees this, so yeah, she's a bit jealous. And the next time she sees Naruto, she's going to confront him. She sees him a few days later. He's by himself. He's in the woods. He's picking apples. I don't know what my thing with apples. I guess that's the main fruit I know that grows on trees, but still. Anyway, she confronts him and asks who the girl was. Naruto says Tamari, she's from another village, and she's here to take the tuning exams. Then she says, how do you know her? And Hinata says, are you two dating? Naruto says, no, they're not dating. Then Naruto asks a question to Hinata. He then says, I don't even know what dating is. Hinata looks at him like he's stupid because he is quite intelligent, like book smarts, but in terms of people, he knows very little. He's nice, but he's pretty stupid. Hinata then says, when two people really like each other, they spend time together and eventually they start dating. Naruto says, oh, so it's basically like friends? Um, Hinata says kind of, but it's a little more. Naruto says thanks and says goodbye. Hinata realizing he never answered her. But she's also confused of like why he doesn't know what dating is because she knows he was in the forest, but she figured he at least knew that much. So yeah. Now let's get into the tuning exams. For the first stage, Naruto does pretty well in the book, well written exam. They do stay. And for terms for the second exam, the Forest of Death, before they even and them are walking around. Naruto goes to the restroom, same as in canon. And when the snake attacks him, Naruto quickly uses Wind Style Wind Bullet, dispelling the snake, and he then goes back to his team and sees that there's an imposter. He quickly activates One Tails and attacks the imposter, hurting them quite badly. This imposter is Orochimaru. Orochimaru tries giving Sasuke the curse mark, but before he does, Naruto cuts his neck off with a Wind Style Wind Blade kunai. And then Naruto seeing this, not Naruto seeing this, then Jiraiya seeing this says that Naruto's quite impressive and that he would make a good subordinate. Naruto then coughs up blood, and Orochimaru then smiles and says, "If you weren't sick, that is." Naruto then looks at him and goes into his third tail and fights against Orochimaru. No, Orochimaru is holding back because Orochimaru's equivalent to around this version, I'd say around 4 tails at least. So yeah, I'm giving Orochimaru because in canon he did fight against a 4-tailed Naruto, and that Naruto was stronger than this. Actually, I guess this Naruto would be stronger. So yeah, I guess Orochimaru and Naruto would be kind of even, but because of his superior experience and jutsu, Orochimaru's winning, so yeah. But Orochimaru gets sent flying with a Wind Style Great Breakthrough, no curse mark for Sasuke. Now we're going to this next part of the student exams, the preliminaries. So Naruto versus Kiba. Kiba knows that Naruto is stronger than him, but he also knows everyone has a weakness, so he just has to find out what Naruto's is. So quickly he decides that he should use his strongest jutsu, because after he lost to Naruto, he did spend quite a bit of time training, so he learned his clan's best technique a lot sooner. I don't know what the name is, but it's where he basically becomes a dog, along with Hakamaru, and they become a two-headed dog. So he does that and fights against Naruto. Naruto easily dispatches of Kiba, and yeah. After this, Naruto goes to the hospital. Uh, well, yeah. Naruto's told to go see the Hokage. The Hokage says that they are looking for someone who could heal him. Naruto asks if there was anyone that could actually do it, and the third says there's a good chance one of his students could. Unfortunately, they don't know where she is, so yeah. Anyway, Naruto says thank you for at least trying, yada yada. Anyway, so Jiraiya is also looking for Tsunade. So yeah. After a while, Jiraiya decides that instead of just looking for her, he decides he should at least meet Naruto, and worst comes to worst, and he can't find her. So yeah, Naruto ends up meeting Jiraiya about a week into the tuning exams, 3 months off. Jiraiya teaches Naruto the summoning and asks Naruto how he's feeling. Naruto says he's feeling good. He guesses, but he says he lost around 10% more of his chakra, and says that he's now around 70% of his old total. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Jiraiya teaches Naruto summoning and the Rasengan, because this Naruto is quite skilled because he is kind of a prodigy. So yeah. Anyway, so Naruto goes back to the next stage of the tuning exams. And he's versus Neji Hyuga. Before Neji could hurt Hinata, Naruto jumps down before any of the Jonin and stops him. So yeah. Now it's Neji versus Naruto. Neji uses the 64 palms. Naruto uses Wind Dome. Every time Neji tries the palms. So they're pretty stalemated, and yeah. Naruto gets a lucky hit on Neji, winning the fight. Yada yada. Anyway, so let's see what else. For the Sasuke versus Gaara fight, Gaara ends up losing control, and yeah. Naruto uses summoning jutsu after Gaara's in the forest, beats Gaara with the collaboration wind style oil bullet. It doesn't explode or anything, but it covers Gaara, making it harder for Shikaku to move, and gives Naruto enough time to hit him in the head. Waking Naruto up, Gaara up, because we're going to say the sun does release the seal after finding out, and Naruto has another seal put on him. So yeah. Tamari's still grateful. So yeah. Hinata also was thanks Naruto next time she sees him for helping her with the whole Neji thing. So yeah. 1010 also thanks Naruto because he was able to help Neji with his old ideals. So yeah. A while passes and Naruto ends up um, getting a lot sicker. So him and Jiraiya set out to find Tsunade. Oh, and the third Hokage is dead. Same way as the canon Naruto won't really affect that fight too much, if any at all. So yeah, Tsunade is bound after the. Actually, no. Itachi and Kisame find Naruto. Naruto's coughing up blood when they knock. Naruto, sensing that it's not Jiraiya, actually runs out the window and makes it. Well, and he finds Jiraiya. He then says two people are knocking at the door and their chakra was high, so I kind of ran away. So yeah. Anyway, Naruto and Jiraiya go back to the hotel. Naruto says he senses the chakra in the woods over there. And Jiraiya goes and faces off against Kisame and Itachi. He does pretty well against them and ends up pushing them back for now. So yeah. They go to the next village over to be safe. And they run into Tsunade in a restaurant. Naruto says hi, and they start disrespecting the Hokages. Naruto tells them not to disrespect the Hokages, and that they were all great people, yada yada. Tsunade asks, why do you admire the Hokage so much? Naruto says that his father was the fourth Hokage, and yeah. Tsunade says your father was stupid. Naruto challenges her to a fight. Naruto quickly uses wind style wind bullet. And Tsunade basically just dodges and uses one finger to create the ravine. Naruto jumps over it, and yeah. Goes to hit Tsunade, but before he can, Tsunade flicks the air, sending him flying. Naruto activates the, not KCM, the three-tailed Kurama mode. And Tsunade's surprised, not knowing that he was a Jinchuriki, and gets hit in the stomach. She activates her 100 healing arts and attacks Naruto. And this goes on for a little bit until Naruto and Tsunade, well, come to a close. Tsunade is drunk, so she's a bit weaker than normal, but she's still not pushover, so she would win. They fight pretty decently, but Tsunade's impaired, so she's in the hundreds, but she'd still beat Naruto. So yeah. After this, Tsunade heals Naruto and notices that there's something wrong with him. She asks if the kid is sick or something. Naruto says yeah, he has an illness, and he's had it from when he was a baby, but it's recently popped up. So yeah, hearing this, um, Tsunade says, well, Jiraiya asks if she could heal him. She says no, but she could try later. And Jiraiya gets down to business and asks Tsunade to become Hokage. Tsunade does agree because she, you know, we're gonna say Naruto did do a pretty good job against her, and yeah, and she was impressed by the little kid, wants to help him, and you know. So the whole Orochimaru thing has not happened. Well, so we're gonna say Tsunade tells about Jiraiya. Tells Jiraiya. And Jiraiya and them do face Tsunade, and Jiraiya face Orochimaru, Naruto, and what's her name? They'll aid base Kabuto. After beating Kabuto, Naruto launches a wind-style wind bullet at Orochimaru. It goes into One Tails and tries hitting him, and joins in overall with the fight against Orochimaru. Orochimaru ends up getting away with Kabuto, and yeah. So after this, Tsunade decides that since she's becoming Hokage, she decides to try and heal Naruto, but she realizes it'll take quite a while to try and find the heal, maybe even years. Orochimaru approaches Sasuke, but he refuses, and Naruto is nearby and helps Sasuke beat the other people. Will that sound 4? And yeah, Naruto eventually leaves the village with Jiraiya. Sasuke stays in the village and trains with Kakashi to develop an improved version of the Chidori, the lightning blade. Naruto learns Wind style, Rasen, Shuriken actually, just because, but he can only do it like once because of his chakra. So yeah. Later they go, well, after a few years, Naruto returns to the village, and he finds that most of it's destroyed because, we're gonna say Pain attacks a decent bit earlier, before killing Jiraiya in fact. So yeah, after Naruto, because he finds out Naruto's sick and figures if he dies, then we have to wait a few years to put our plan into play, and they've already done most of the work, so just get him. Naruto uses Rasen Shuriken, destroys Pain, like the main Pain body. And Jiraiya's there and helps defeat the others, sealing them away. Tsunade also helps. And so does Sasuke, Kakashi, Guy, Lee, Sakura, because she trains with Tsunade. She's not as good at medical ninjutsu because Tsunade is busy trying to learn how to heal Naruto. So yeah. A few weeks pass after this. They do find, Naruto finds the young Nagato. Pain goes with him. Naruto gets Pain to change his ideals. Nagato, I'm gonna call him that for now. Nagato revives everyone he killed. Not as many people as in canon, but still quite a few. Sasuke decides that it's time to kill Itachi, so he decides to go after Itachi. Naruto is currently around 10% of his normal chakra. So yeah, he's pretty low amounts. Anyway, so they run into Kisame and Itachi. Um, Kisame is, you know, they're told to wait there. They agree, and the Sasuke versus Itachi fights. Let's get into it. Naruto and Sakura are told to stay back, so they do. So there won't be any interference. Sasuke still did develop the Kirin. So yeah, Sasuke uses Chidori, hitting his brother, well, one of his brother's genjutsu things. His Sharingan is 3 Tomoe. In fact, it's even stronger than in canon because all the training with it because of Kakashi. Kakashi's also stronger, so. He then uses Lightning Style, Lightning Beast, hitting, um, uh, almost hitting Itachi. Itachi uses Fireball, Sasuke copies it. Well, he doesn't copy, he knows it. Sasuke actually uses Great Fireball to counter, um, overpowering Itachi's. Uh, they get into a taijutsu battle, and they're actually even because Itachi doesn't want to hurt Sasuke. He's also sick and going blind. So yeah, Sasuke has the upper hand. He eventually kills Itachi with a Kirin. Well, he thinks he does. So Itachi uses Susanoo, and then right before he dies, hands Sasuke his eyes. Noticing all this, Naruto, well, Jiraiya fights off, um, uh, what's his name? Kisame. Naruto and Sakura rush to Sasuke. Before Obito can get to him, Obito quickly uses Kamui and leaves. And yeah, so Sasuke's brought back to the village. He doesn't know. He did get his Mangekyo, and Itachi's body is stored in a scroll. Um, so yeah. Um, Tsunade says that she's thinks she might have found a way to save Naruto, so she tries it. It brings him up by like 3% of his chakra, but it doesn't heal him. So he says thanks for trying because he is getting dangerously low. So yeah, he's estimated to have a few months to live. So that means the Akatsuki are going to go after him aggressively. So Hidan and um, what was his partner, the guy with multiple hearts, they also attack Naruto in a few days. Well, they're going to, but they run the Awesomeness team, and yeah. Asuma dies, Shikamaru traps Hidan, same as in canon, and yeah. After this, the guy with multiple hearts, I can't remember his name. He is hit with the Rasen Shuriken, and yeah. Then he's also gets into a fight with, well, Naruto gets into after this, he gets into an argument with Tsunade and Jiraiya about him continuing to be a shinobi because maybe him expending so much chakra isn't a good idea. So yeah. Anywho, a few more days pass, and while Naruto is sleeping, he is attacked by Obito. But right before Obito gets him, Naruto moves out of the way and tries to hit Obito, but it goes right through him because of Kamui. Anyway, Naruto says, you're the person who attacked the village and claimed to be Madara Uchiha so many years ago. He then uses Rasen Shuriken with Kurama Amp, 3 tables mode. Obito just phases through it, meaning that it just hits a wall, makes a bunch of noise, causing a bunch of people But during this confusion, Naruto was still fighting Obito. Naruto comes back, and knowing that there's a chance it would kill him, but he knows he needs to kill Obito, he launches another Rasen Shuriken while Obito isn't paying attention, hitting Obito and ends up killing Obito. Which means now Obito is dead, but there's still some Katsuki remaining. Um, so Sasuke is tasked with taking them down because Naruto does die from the Rasen Shuriken. So Sasuke has the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan after Naruto dying and killing his brother and finally avenging his clan. He gets EMS. So yeah, he becomes Hokage instead of Naruto. Well, future Hokage instead of Naruto. He he easily defeats Kisame because he's survived the scruffle with with Kakashi. Everyone is saddened by Naruto's death. Even some Sand Shinobi become like Gaara and his siblings. So yeah. So his funeral was pretty big. Let's see. What am I forgetting? No, there's no way I went through all the Akatsuki already. Okay, there's Deidara. Sasuke kills Deidara. I'm pretty sure he did it in canon as well. So, for Sasori, Sasuke also beats Sasori and all other Akatsuki. Hope y'all enjoyed. This was very long, very very long. So yeah, sorry for the lack of videos, and for my Naruto Prankster series, I'm not really sure where to go. If you stuck through the video to this point, thank you. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Goodbye.